Alright, so this is my AGDQ 2016 submission of the game, Gecko the Gecko. So I'm gonna try to explain what's going on in the game, and I'm gonna do my best to provide an entertaining run. So let's get into it. Alright, so yeah, this is Gecko the Gecko. It is the second installment in the Gecko series. Was released in 1998 for PS1 and N64. I am currently running the PS1 version of the game. It is very important to note the differences between them, because N64 saves like 8 minutes compared to PS1. So they both, right now, currently, they both are considered separate categories. Alright, so this game works like kinda like Mario 64, where you have to collect some things. Instead of stars, you have to collect red remotes here, but they work really similar. They help you open new areas and open new levels and boss fights. And in order to finish the game,
I know what you're thinking.
officially you have to collect 33 of them. Out of the 35 that are in the main levels. I got pretty bad RNG on that, but I'm gonna explain that in a bit. Okay, so next up I'm gonna go for a cycle-based remote. I'll show you the cycle. It is pretty much at the end of the level. So yeah, but it's a very easy cycle. Even if you mess up sometime, like quite a bit, you'll still be able to get it without any problem. Alright, so back to the thing I said that was RNG. It's because the dialogues are basically RNG based, and they vary in length, like between 0.78, 7 or 8, I don't know, really, to like 3 seconds. And the dialogue I got to enter this level again was the longest dialogue in the game, sadly. So I definitely lost time to that, sadly, but yeah. So yeah, the cycle is pretty much over here, but yeah, it is very easy, as I said. You cannot get an earlier cycle than this. Well, as far as the community has figured out, you cannot. So this is the fastest you can do. Alright, so that's the second
Now that's what I call getting
remote of the game, and I honestly have got a really bad energy with dialogues right now, and that kind of sucks. Shortest dialogue in the game is one that says hoo-ha, like the Super Smash Brothers for Diddy Kong combo, hoo-ha. And now I'm gonna go to kill 2 hunters, because hunters will be hunted, right? First of all, I'm gonna skip this one. Doesn't really matter if you hit it. He will reset his position. You have to watch the hunters get killed for some reason. I don't really know why they decided to do that, but yeah, you have to watch him die. So that's why I face the camera this way, in order to not lose time to waiting. But now I'm gonna get back to this hunter over here. It actually saves time to go all the way back, kill the one over there, and then kill this one. And I'll show you why in a second. Notice that Gex is standing on top of that green platform, so I'm gonna get the remote. Well, I get the remote while in the cutscene, so yeah, that's why it saves time. I swear, that was a really good level, but I lost time to RNG because of dialogues.
Let's get it on.
Alright, so we opened the first boss of the game, but actually we're gonna go to the second level first. It doesn't really save time, but it is just better to get this out of the way first, because it is of course harder than the final boss. The first boss, I mean. Alright, so I'm gonna get this firefly here, and I will use it at almost at the end of this remote, because there's water like in the half through to the remote, and the firefly has actually fire mechanics. So when Gex is on fire, like when Gex eats the firefly, he becomes on fire. So if he touches water, the firefly effects will just vanish. And when Gex is on fire, he runs faster, he jumps farther, and he also jumps higher. So yeah, you can edit the firefly to go fast. Alright, I haven't talked about the camera, but now that the camera is messing up, I kinda have to. So the camera settings of this game are like the worst part of the game. They are like, the camera settings are terrible. I don't know why they didn't try to perfect the camera, because it is just plain terrible. It sometimes will turn around on its own, it sometimes will screw up, and yeah, it's just basically terrible. But okay, I have to accept that. That's like that, and the final boss, you'll see why, are the two things that I dislike about this run. Alright, so next up I'm gonna show a really cool glitch that I like to call the elevator skip. So basically how it works is that you'll enter an elevator in this level, and in order to trigger the skip, you have to be facing the other way around. So I'm gonna turn the camera right here, so facing like this, and you'll get kicked out of the elevator. That happens because when you enter the elevator the normal way, Gex gets sent to the back of it. But when you enter the elevator with the camera facing like that,
It's tail time.
it has the opposite effect. So instead of going to the back of the elevator, it goes to the front of it. And in the front is the door of the elevator, so you just pretty much get kicked out of it. So yeah, that's how it works. Alright, so we are moving on to the last remote of the level. And this level has actually gone really well.
One for me and one for me.
So hopefully we'll save some time here. We'll get our lead back.
Don't take career advice from Joe Piscopo.
I'm doing some camera manipulation as well in order to reduce lag, as I said before. Alright,
It's tail time.
that was a really good level. Alright, so now we will be going for the first boss. I got a really bad dialogue though, sadly. Alright, this boss fight works kind of like a side scroller. You have to stand on certain positions to get the hit. And pretty much I'll just show them to you. First position is here. Second position is here. And third position is here.
Cut! Stunt Gecko!
And that's it, that's the fight. Sometimes you'll miss. I don't know what causes you to miss sometimes, but you'll do. I don't really know what causes that, I'm sorry. But yeah, we are on a really good pace right now. Next up is Frankenstein Field. It is a very interesting level because I will not leave it once. I think you have noticed pretty much that every time I get a red remote, I have to leave the level and enter it once again. Well, not in this one, because I'll be doing a trick called TV cancel. And I will skip going out of the elevator. It is a very tough skip, but I'll try my best to get it. If I do not get it though, it's not that bad, because there's like a total of 11 TV cancels in the game. And optimally you have to get 7, so even if I missed one, even if I miss one, it's not too bad, because I can back up. But optimally I want to get this one.
Sayonara.
I did not get it, but yeah, I don't really have an excuse for that. I thought I was not gonna get the red remote,
Forget
so
about it.
I tried to go back, so I did not get it. Because I actually got the red remote, so I didn't kill myself. So yeah, I think I did not explain how it works. So basically it's getting the red remote and killing yourself. It is actually hard, but as I said, I can back up in some other levels, so I should be fine for now. I'm gonna try to do it once more here anyway, so the explanation doesn't go to waste. Hopefully I'll get it here. It is actually hard because it is like 1 frame, so I have my best bet with spamming it square.
Manly way.
Alright, I was able to get it there, even though the camera was kind of screwing up. But yeah, that's how TV cancel works. You kill yourself, you go back to the beginning of the level and go for the other remote, because you already got the red remote of that area. It is a really interesting skip, really interesting, I love it as well. Saves 8 seconds. Alright, so we'll be going for the next remote, and then we are out of this level. This is a very bad camera to go for this maze, but I was still able to get it flawlessly, which is good. That was a very good remote.
It's tail time.
Yeah, I lost 9 seconds because I failed the TV cancel. But as I said, I can back up, so it's not bad. Next up, we'll be moving on to the second boss fight of the game, which is Mushu Pork.
Little one.
I got a very bad dialogue, sadly, so I'm gonna lose time here. Just because RNG, this game is punishing with RNG. Alright, so how this fight works. When Gex does a kick jump, that means R2 and X, you have some invincibility frames, and you can use those invincibility frames to get past This is the obligatory boss fight on PS1, because on N64 you can skip it. But I'll get to explain that later on. Alright, so that's right.
Tail time.
And as I said, I got really bad energy. I got like the worst dialogue I could have put in there, so I lost time. Because the execution was actually done correctly. So okay, next up is Fine Tuning, one of the hardest levels in the game. It has a very tough skip in it, and hopefully I'll get it first try.
I know what you're thinking. It's
Wow, RNG is wrecking me with dialogues now. I'm really getting bad dialogues. But okay. So this skip is pretty self-explanatory, but it requires a very specific camera to go for. Yeah, just like that. That is a skip. It looks way easier than it really is. But trust me, it is one of the hardest skips in the game. I know it because I've been running this game for a year now. So... a year, okay. So you see that red remote over there? I'm gonna skip it. And we're actually gonna go for another red remote. Next up I'm gonna do the door skip. There we go. So that door has collision, so you can just jump on top of it and wait. Good, I got the TV cancel. So you can just jump on top of it and pretty much skip an entire area. Yeah, you could TV cancel there, so that's what I just did. No, that's not good. Okay, that should be good.
Where's my 20-sided die?
Alright, second try, that's good. That's good too, especially because the second try was pretty fast. Sadly, the first try did took me a while to get the camera organized. But okay, we'll carry on through this. It was a good level regardless.
Yes!
Alright, so we'll be moving on to The Empire Strikes Out, an obvious reference to
Now that's what I call getting some taste.
to Star Wars. This is the first space themed level, and it's actually hard because there's a lot of holes in it and pits and stuff where you can just get killed, like get insta killed. So yeah.
The princess is here on the detention level.
Alright, so I got hit there, apparently because hitboxes. But in a normal route, I will not get hit there, and I will use
Shouldn't I be wearing a lead apron?
all the health that is remaining for some damage abuse at the end. Alright, so you wanna recharge oxygen there and be able to get this early cycle here. This level is super long, so dying will cost you the run pretty much. A lot of levels in this game are super long, and dying will cost you the run, especially later on in the game, as you will see, especially with Pain in the Asteroids, which is the last level of the game. So yeah, okay, I catch the early cycle, so there's no worries here. Hopefully I'll get I got the early cycle here as well. Good.
Is that a
Good, that seems to be
lightsaber?
okay.
Just happy to see.
Alright. So there's a way to TV cancel in this level, but I will not be going for that TV cancel, because dying
Beam me up.
means the run's dead. It is a very hard TV cancel, very precise, saves like 4 seconds, doesn't even save as much as the other ones.
Let's get it on!
But yeah, it is there. Alright, so next up is a remote that... Okay, good, yeah, this cycle right here can trigger sometimes very early, and I figured that's because of how you do jumps previously. I want, like, if you do only tail jumps, the cycle will not trigger early, and that's what you want to do. it actually saves time to trigger the cycle early, but it is way riskier. So you don't want to go for risky stuff, especially in a marathon run. So thankfully I already know how to manipulate that cycle there. Let's see if I can get the early hit. I'll probably won't.
Easy.
I didn't exactly get it, but take the headshot. Alright, so we're done with the Empire Strikes Out. And we'll be moving on to Benga Ea. This is one of my favorite levels
It's
of the game.
time.
Sadly it's short, but it is really enjoyable, especially because there's a lot of skips in it and a lot I really want to explain. So first of all, there's a way to TV cancel in both of the remotes in this level, but I'm gonna go for the hardest one because it's the one that saves the most time. So yeah, you need the Firefly here, and move on. The first remote is pretty much at the beginning of the level. It is right here. You might have seen the... yeah, it's right there. And I was able to get the TV console, which is pretty cool. It is a cool TV console. I think it's the most awesome looking TV console of the game. So I'm pretty glad I got it.
And this is just one of the 40,000 rooms in Aaron Spelling's.
Alright, so we'll be moving on to the second remote, which has a really cool route. I love it. You obviously don't go the intended way. So yeah, you need this Firefly again. But instead of doing a really long, well, yeah, kind of long climbing session, you will just go this way, over here, and you'll try to make a jump from here into the lava that is up there, just like that, and you skip a really long section. And I love that skip, I love the way it looks, and it's not too bad. So yeah, it's always worth going for. Right, so I'm gonna damage abuse here because, yeah, it is faster, so... And I have the Firefly, so it's technically not damage abusing.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
That was a gold, even though I got the worst dialogue in the game, which is really cool. That was a very good level. It was almost flawless. I can steal gold again because I got the worst dialogue, so I might have lost like 2 seconds, but still. Anyway, so next up is a really cool level because there's a skip that was discovered last week by Reese, and I'm gonna attempt to do it. Hopefully I'll get first try. It is really good looking and it saves a ton of time. It made the route change though, so alright, that should be good to be able to get it. Yeah, there we go. So that's the skip. It is an out-of-bounds skip, so I don't really know. It is actually like kind of self-explanatory. So yeah, I don't really have to explain it. Actually, it's not self-explanatory, it is actually very hard to understand. I myself do not really understand it. That's why I cannot explain it my best, but... Oops. Yeah, the skip is there, so... If you have any questions about it, ask me or ask Reese. Reese has the best knowledge about this skip, so you might probably want to ask him.
yeah, it's tail time.
But yeah, I got it first try, so that's really, really cool. It is actually easier than it looks, but it is kind of scary because it's pretty much a leap of faith. You fall into a pretty much black background for like 6 seconds, so it can be pretty scary, I understand, but you gotta believe.
Boys, trying didn't work once, it's not gonna work twice.
Yeah, you say that, Gex. Alright, so yeah, this remote doesn't really have much stuff to it. Until the end, at least. At the end there's a pretty easy skip that I will explain. But yeah, the out of bounds skip, there's 2 out of bounds skips in this game. The first one is here, actually the first one is in Mouth's song, and the second one is this one. But the one in Mouth's song is extremely hard, so I will not be going for it. And the skip is here pretty much. It is of course non-intended, but it is extremely easy. That's what happens when you put collision on every single stop. Cool. So I'll be saving 30 seconds. And yeah, next up, talking about this level, it is Mouth's tongue, which has the I believe the most broken remote in the whole game. You'll see why in a second. Alright, so I was able to get that first try. That is the window skip. This is the sign skip. So okay, now that I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna explain the window skip. Sign skip is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, window skip. So the window has collision for some reason on the top of it, and there's pretty much no rooftop, so you just can't get on top of the rooftop, like on top of the thing, by doing a specific jump. And yeah, the sign skip is pretty self-explanatory. There's one last skip here. Alright, second try. Pretty good. So there's a way to hit double hits and the dragon, just like that. You shoot and then wait for a bit, and you might be able to get double hits. And I got all of them, all of the possible double hits. I missed one shot, but almost perfect fight. I only missed one, so that's cool.
It's tail time.
Alright, that was a really good remote. And
It's tail time.
next I will be doing the second remote of Mouth's song. And it is actually really easy. It's, I think, the less... Actually, no. This remote just got destroyed a couple of weeks ago with a skip that also Reese found. But yeah, it is the other out of bounds skip, and it's extremely hard, so I will not be going for it. Especially considering that you only have one chance, and it is frame perfect and camera perfect. But you can look for it in Reese's channel. Alright. But besides that, the normal route is not broken at all.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Alright. Yeah, I don't really know what to say here. So I'm gonna talk about why the N64 version skips Mushu pork. Basically, the
You don't match the carpet.
location of the Titanic makes it possible that you can get to the green area before fighting Mushu pork. That's because on the N64 version you can get 17 red remotes before you fight Mushu pork. Well, on this version of the game you can only get 13, and this green section over here opens with 14. So yeah, you cannot skip Mushu pork. And because of the layout of the home world, you can get to the blue section without doing, and you can get to the red section without doing Mushu pork. So yeah. Alright, so here I'm gonna attempt to do 2 TV cancels. Hopefully I'll get them both. There's a pretty, well, not, well, it's kind of tough. There's a tough skip here, so I'm gonna focus and then explain it.
I'll take places I can burn to death for 100 Alex.
Awesome. Awesome, okay. Good. I got the TV cancel and I got the skip. So we're good for now. I have to do the skip again and the TV
Lock and
cancel.
load, little lizard.
Alright, that was weird. Thankfully I didn't fall into the lava because same as with the Firefly, if you get into the lava with this icy fly, the effects of the icy fly will just get vanished. And I forgot that I had to do the TV cancel because I was talking and I wasn't focusing. Cool. So I'm gonna lose like 10 seconds. I'm gonna explain why. Not only because I failed the TV cancel, but also because I triggered the cutscene of Gexilla. I usually trigger the cutscene of Gexilla after getting the 3 remotes, so that means after splitting. But this time I did not, so I'm gonna lose more time to that. But that means I'm gonna save time in Honey I Shrunk the Gecko. This is the shortest remote of the game. So yeah, there we go.
It's tail time.
Okay, so as I said, probably like 5 seconds were because of the TV cancel,
It's tail time.
and the other time lost were because of the cutscene. Alright, so this is Honey I Shrunk the Gecko, and it is the longest level in the whole game, and it is pretty boring. There's not much to it other than cycles and this skip. No, really? That did not happen. Alright. So yeah,
Trapped in outtakes
and
of
this
the
skip
week.
here. Okay, got it first try. Cool. Sadly that cost me like 10 seconds, failing to do the jump there and falling down. Yeah, but that's mistakes everyone does in runs, right? So whatever. But I'm gonna go for cycles here. I actually hope I get some early cycles. Okay, cool. And let's see. Oh jeez. Okay, I failed the early cycle, but that's alright. I should be good. Cool!
I
Awesome.
designed this scent with
Alright,
you in
that
mind.
was on purpose. to be ordered to get the thing rolling to the other way, to be able to skip that. So let's move on, and I'm gonna YOLO a jump here. YOLO, yeah. Let's go. And up here, surprise, we have more cycles. Hopefully I'll get a cycle skip here. That could be cool. That was good. It is actually very hard, harder than it seems. So it was cool that I got it.
www.dork.com.
Cool, dialogue skip as well. That's awesome. And yep.
It's tail time.
That's the first remote of, actually a second remote technically, of Honey I Shrunk the Gecko. And we'll be moving on to the next one. Alright, I didn't talk about this skip here.
I love that guy. He's not house pro.
So this skip is called the Super Tail Bounce. Well, we as a community call it the Super Tail Bounce. The name is pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, I don't really know how it works. But I know how to get it. Basically, it's frame perfect, so you want, like, your best bet to get it is to spam X right on the edge of that green thingy. That's the best way to get that skip. Sometimes, most of the times actually, you will not get it first try, you will get it probably second try, but I have gotten it first try both of the times now, which is really cool. Alright, so yeah, there's pretty much nothing else to say here. This is a really long remote, and yeah, there's not any other skip to it.
Coming soon, The Wizard of Oz 2000.
Actually, this is not intended, but I don't know. I just feel it is pretty self-explanatory. Just using the momentum that Gex gets by running, and then jumping on top of that without using the other platform that you are supposed to trigger, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's tail time.
So cool. That's the second remote, and
Yes.
we only need one more. And we have to do that super tail bounce once more. Incredible. That's the first time in like 5 months that I have gotten that skip first. I'm so glad about that. I swear, it's like the first time in like 5 months. To be honest, when I did the mistake when I fell down, I was thinking to reset, but then I was like, no, I should carry on. What if that happens in the marathon? I shouldn't be such a crybaby about that. Everyone does mistakes, not a world record is perfect. So yeah. It seems I'm losing time to my sum of bests, but I'm really not. The problem with this, with my sum of bests is that it's super broken. So yeah, it doesn't really reflect the time I'm supposed to get. Also, this is kind of bad, and I'm screwing up that skip. I'm gonna try to get it this time.
This stuff is grounded.
Alright. It is interesting when you fall on the pit there, because when you fall down, you don't get killed. Instead, you only get sent back to the beginning of that section. So you can go for risky stuff there without really any problem.
Let's get it on.
Cool, I did not lose time.
It's tail time.
So, okay, I'm still a minute ahead, which is very, very good. And we're on to Poltergeist. This is the level that is exclusive to the PS1 version. And this is the level we'll be skipping one of the remotes on, because it is super long. So thanks to that, I'll have to get all of the remotes in Pain in the Asteroids. Isn't that great? Pain in the Asteroids is the hardest level in the game, and it's, I think, one of the hardest levels in platforming, in 3D platforming history, I swear.
Pat, I'll
That
take
level
a
is
floating
just
chair for
atrociously
200 and
hard.
rest on account.
Okay, so you wanna get the Icy Fly here. It saves a couple of seconds. You wanna eat it here because there's less lag. And yeah, this next,
Place is bigger than Drew Carey's bar tab.
yeah, this remote was based on cycles,
Well, that's
and
what I
thankfully
call
I got
some
pretty
pain.
good cycles, so yep, we're done with it. Pretty fast. That's good. I like to go fast. So we opened the final boss's lair, but not the final boss yet.
It's tail time.
We still have a little bit to go. Alright, hopefully I'll get good cycles
FedEx
here
for
now.
Roger Corman.
Bad cycles. Pretty much was the same cycle I got on the last remote. So okay, this remote has a really interesting skip to it. It's not the one I just did. It is actually this one. So if you jump on top of that door, you can skip a whole section of BS. So it saves 40 seconds. I don't know why the developers didn't think about it. And actually, I don't know why
Tail time.
us as runners didn't think about it, because it is a very simple skip. And it was discovered like only 5 months ago, I think. Okay, cool. So this is a boss fight. This is my personal favorite boss fight of the game, and that is because it has a very cool way of optimizing it. Basically, you can hit double hits, and yeah, just like that one. And those are done when Res hits the top of the building. I don't know what happened there. That is weird. I don't think that will count. When Res hits the top of the building, you wanna destroy it, and that will trigger the double hit. Sadly, I'm messing up the double hits, but I'm hitting him fast, so I should be okay. That should count. Yep. When you do that, you just keep spamming square to be able to get the hit. I don't know why he's doing that so much. It happens sometimes, but not this much. Oh, going way too early. I don't think that will count. I'm definitely hitting him very early though. Yeah, each building has a very different way of behaving. So some of them will get destroyed fairly quickly, and some of them will take like 20 years. Hopefully I'll get this last double hit. Kind of need it. Oh, actually, no, I don't need it. I would have gotten the double hit though. That would have counted. Okay, I got the double hits very fast regardless. I mean, I got the hits regardless very fast. So that was a good fight. And we will be moving on to the last, actually not the last area, well, technically, the blue area, which is technically the last area of the game, because the final boss is there as well. So, yeah. Last 2 levels of the game, and we shall be finishing it very soon. Next up is Samurai Night Fear, which has a very tough skip in it. And I'm not gonna go for it just yet. I'm actually gonna go for the second remote first. Because, I don't know, I think my route is very repetitive and I want to switch routes. I usually go for the skip first, of course, because I want to get it over with very fast. Oh, okay. That's okay though. So I fall down to the lava, but that's okay. That was actually part of the previous route I used to for this remote. Fall down to the lava and damage abuse from there. Alright. So this remote has a very interesting escape to it. Pretty much at the end. You'll see why. Especially people who have played this game might notice the skip.
Going to be one expensive Easter egg hunt.
Alright. So the skip is here. Okay, you trigger this bonk here, jump on top of it, do a tail jump, and jump on the bridge.
Akira
That will save like 10 seconds.
Akira to white courtesy phone.
You actually do not hit... You actually do not need to hit that bonk there. I don't know why they put it, if it does not really trigger anything. Alright. So now I'm actually gonna go for the skip. So I'm gonna focus. The skip is self-explanatory, but it is hard as F. Oh my god, I really thought I got it. Thankfully I had 2 lives, so dying there isn't that bad. Cool, so second try. That's pretty cool as well. That skip is actually very tough. Oh cool, I got the door skip. I definitely thought that was not gonna be it. Okay, I cannot explain how the previous skip works, but I can explain how the door skip works. It's pretty much, you know, the ninja throws some things, right? So
We're short round when you need 'em.
if that thing hits the door, one of the doors at least, it will automatically open. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Sadly, I will be losing time to this split because I did not get the skip first try, but that's not too bad. Alright, this next remote will require a lot of damage abuses. So I'm gonna try my best to explain it. I had to focus there because I've been screwing up that part a bit, and I've been getting hit, and that's not good for this remote.
Is this the year of the
See all that lava? You have to damage abuse through all of that. So for that, I'm gonna take this dragonfly here. Alright, so that's the first damage abuse in the remote. Second one is over here. Cool. That's the hardest damage abuse of the 3. The third one is here. This is the easiest one. I don't know why the developers did a section like this. Like, you will only require to go the normal way if you only have one paw left. But I had three, so I could just damage abuse through that. And there's two enemies up here, so yeah, getting hit by any of those could suck. If you only had one paw.
It's tail time!
Okay, cool. Alright, I only lost 11 seconds to failing the skip first try. But that's okay, it was still a sub 50, barely, but it was.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Okay, cool, so next up is painting the asteroids, the hardest level in the whole game. Especially because, well, this level in particular has a lot of different routes for each remote, and they all suck. They are all hard.
Aren't you a little short? For
Even
a storm?
if I say there's one route that is not as risky as the other ones, it is still very risky.
Time to go
Okay, next up I'm gonna go for an escape here. Hopefully I'll get it first time, so I'm gonna focus. Cool.
Let's get it on!
So there are some surfaces in the game where you can just jump and continuously jump if you press X. It is frame perfect, so that's why you have to mash X. That's just your best bet to get that skip. So I'm gonna take the safe routes for each of the remotes because I don't wanna die, especially because I only have one life left. I thought about it. So the risky route consists in throwing yourself on the down part that is over there. Can you see the oxygen thingy? Well, if you could see the oxygen thingy there, yeah, it consists throwing yourself over there. That is a real blind jump, so it is kind of tough. I've becoming actually pretty consistent at it, but yeah, you know, it is the last level. You really do not want to screw up a PB round because it is PB. This is PB pace. So yeah, I will just be going for all the safe stuff.
Radio Free Rex signing up. I kill you.
Yeah, this remote I'm going for right now is cycle based. It has two cycles that are very tough,
I'm out of here.
and I don't like them because they are tough. Come. Oh my god, I'm so glad I got that. I usually do not get that. Yeah, that's the one cycle jumps. It is super hard with that camera. Sometimes the camera messes up,
It's tail time!
and that's where it's good that it messes up. But it usually does not happen. But it saves like 8 seconds. It is usually not worth going for. But I don't know, I just feel like I could do it this time, and I did. So I will be taking the safe route. I decided to go for the safe route. Alright. So same as with level 2, you have to break 5 of these things that I don't really know what they are. If they are a reference for a movie, I don't really know which movie it is. Cool, I did not get stuck. Sometimes I will get stuck in that section
Radio Free
and
Rex
will die
signing
out
up.
of air.
I kill you.
So technically the safe route becomes a risky route. There's 2 of those things in this part here, so it's just very stupid. Okay, let's go. We are very close to the end of the game. Just finish this remote and the final boss and we are done. cool. The camera organized itself very good there.
Has anyone seen
Fox
Fox
Mulder's
Mulder's
sister.
sister?
Alright. Final boss of the game. This will not be a 57, but it will barely, like, it will be a low 58, which is extremely good. 2 months ago I thought the sub 1 hour was impossible. Actually, 2 months ago I thought it was possible, but I thought that it had to be perfect with almost no mistakes. Of course, I'm getting very good at the game, so I barely do any mistakes in my runs. So yeah, the sub 1 hour is definitely hard, but not impossible. Alright, so now we get to the RNG fest. This boss fight has 2 phases, but only one is RNG. The second phase is RNG, which is terrible because a run can die just to the second phase of this boss fight. Cool, I got the early hit. I've been usually failing to get the early hit, but I got it this time. Alright, this phase is pretty easy. You can manipulate where he throws the things, so they are very easy to dodge. I will not get the no. I apparently got the hardest early hit, but I did not get that one. Alright, so next up is the second phase of the boss fight, and it's just terrible. I really hope I get good RNG, because earlier I had a run destroyed by this boss fight, and it was a really good run. So I really hope that doesn't happen. RNG can kill you in this boss. Like Albino Albatross said on his SGDQ run 2013, this boss fight is terrible. So basically it's RNG because you see that green platform that spawned from that gray hexagon? It can spawn in any of those that are in the floor. So yeah, just like that. So here comes the important one, because okay, you saw that he hit twice, but on this last one he only hits once. So if it spawns very far away, I will not be able to hit it. Cool. Awesome. So I got a 58.24. That's an extremely good time. I really thought this was impossible, but yeah. So yeah, that's an extremely yeah. A friend is here that he supports me with all this stuff, so thanks to him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, right. How can you?
And yeah, and John Cena. And yeah, this was an extremely good run. I really hope to one day sub 58. I think it's possible, but for now I will be taking this for sure. And yeah, I really enjoyed commentating all these skips and stuff. And yeah, I hope for the best now.
Okay then, Dad.
I really hope this gets
How's about
elected.
we forget all this and
We
go
as a
play catch in the
community
yard?
hoped this game gets elected. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the cutscenes and the credits.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
Come over here, you big stud.